I have the deer meat. So there.
Angel, bark bark.
Oh, good morning.
Good
Or
morning,
evening.
guys.
Good morning.
I don't know what time it is.
Evening.
I'm in a tree.
Oh.
Good
Do you need
eternal
help?
evening. Oh.
No, I'm finding my way down.
Okay. As long as you're...
Don't fall.
Yeah, don't fall.
I had a strange dream and I woke in a tree, but I'm certain that all is well.
Well, if you're certain.
I certainly am.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh, who's sad? One of the puppies is sad. Who's sad? We're real sad.
Oh.
I know.
Oh,
I don't know
puppies.
why. Aw, who wants to go get carrots with me? We gotta go get some carrots.
Ooh.
Oh, are you guys headed up to the farm?
Yeah, I guess before...
I might have something exciting for the farm.
Oh, yeah. Let's all
Although...
trip.
Oh, this'll spoil what it is, but would you guys happen to know how to make a beehive?
We have several beehives, actually.
Oh, perfect. I mean, even just one would be wonderful.
Or at least we should. Checking the chest, because I know that we had a bunch back at the other place before
I know there's one in Flair's room, but that might need to be there. I just need to get these bees out of the crate before they get any angrier.
Well, I think we'll probably have to borrow the one from Flair's room, because I can't find any anywhere else. I mean, Flair's kind of moved out of there anyway,
Yeah.
so...
I think it'll be okay.
Huh. I can't rest. There are monsters nearby. This is my bed.
Well, if it helps at all, it's not me.
Are Sin Remnants monsters?
There's a
Like the Spectre? I mean, I would imagine so.
Huh. Well. Alright.
Okay. Oh, I needed carrots. Come on, everybody. I need to think of like a group name for the pups, like as a whole, a unit, squad.
Oh, so.
Hello. Giving you your beehive.
Oh, thank you. I picked it up.
You're welcome.
Do we have any ideas where we want to put it? We could do the farm, or maybe... I do have that garden near the bottom. I would not say no to a beehive near there.
Well, yeah.
I
You're talking about the one on the water?
An enclosed garden area in the event that something goes down. Having the bees in there would be very beneficial.
Probably, though eventually we will need to make a trip towards center. I don't fully recall if I mentioned this to you, Angel, but Jora was wishing to well, have a bit of a meeting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think if we all go, it should be fine.
Yeah, I'll be with you.
Yes, in particular, she was wanting everyone who has been using the Cursed Tomes, any books that they've received from that, to, well, all cards on the table, I suppose. She wants us all to be able to look at the books and sort of piece things together,
That might be a good step, honestly.
Indeed, Jora is fully willing. She showed me all the books that she's received, likely so as to keep herself accountable, but she will be bringing hers, so I honestly agree with her in this regard as often as I disagree with her in this I do agree that it would be good for us all to be able to, together look over such things and, well, see what we can figure out.
I don't happen to have any books from Cursed Tomes, but I do have a few from that Spectre that I mean, I'm guessing I'll bring those along just in case.
If you find it appropriate, I mean...
Oh, what?
Hello? What?
What's going on?
I don't know.
What's going on?
There was thunder, and...
What?
I don't know.
Where?
I was out by the farm.
Where are you?
Thunder?
Yeah, I don't...
Is that all?
I think so. I don't know where Raymond went, though.
Oh, okay.
They were all three up here.
Are they... I'm coming.
What?
What? What is it?
I picked up a red shadow gem.
Well, that would have had to have come from a mimic or something approximating that, though I can't say that I'm familiar with the color.
It was over here in the water. Here, look at it.
I mean, where? Oh. Well, I mean, I suppose that one way to find out is the same thing that you can do with most shadow gems, if you give them a sturdy tap. I mean, if Raymond's not about, well, I did make a remark, I believe, earlier, about the potential of the pups themselves, as they are, well, related to me possessing their own shadow gems, and if Raymond were to, come under a great deal of stress, it would make sense for him to, well, go back into such a state. I guess the one way to find out is to give it a sturdy tap on the ground and see what comes out.
Okay.
Alright. If it isn't friendly, I'll be ready.
Oh, thank God.
There he is.
Oh.
It's very
He doesn't
friendly,
seem
in
to
fact.
be in a great mood, though. You may want to feed him a little bit to get him back.
Yeah. Let's see, I have some eggs.
If you have bones, that would probably be best.
Oh, do I? I do. Okay. Hey, Raymond. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but...
You may have drowned.
Oh. Maybe it's not safe out here for them.
Perhaps not, especially not while they're so young.
Yeah.
The water's
He's,
still
by
kind
the
of
water.
running. Maybe we should fill it in, kind of child-proof the farm.
That may be wise.
He's very fast.
And see how a little one could get swept up underneath all that.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Okay, well, all I needed was bamboo. Okay, I'm going to grab that and get inside.
Yeah, that would probably be best to get them somewhere safe. We can get them situated and then go see if we can find Jora for that meeting that she was wanting.
But while they're still out here, they can say hello to our new garden helpers.
Oh?
Who? Wait, what?
One of them's free.
I don't see it.
I don't know where it went, but I saw it for a second.
Well, it's probably somewhere.
Most things are.
More or less.
That's true. Well, I have 3 more that hopefully we can see. Oh. It's broken.
It happens.
That was supposed to be a dirt block. So I'll just free it here. Oh, wrong one. Nope, don't worry about that one.
Certainly not a bee.
That's the wrong crate.
Where did you go, Angel?
I'm just gonna put the pups up.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Wrong
that's
crate,
probably for the
wrong
best.
Crate. Oh, this is embarrassing. Okay, now get back in the middle of the crate. Oh, I hear the bee that I released.
They should be safe here while we go out, right?
Yeah, definitely. The house is about as safe as it gets.
Yeah, I'll have Flare with them too, just in case.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they'll howl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially with this biggest Blair's getting now.
I
Goodness.
know. I
Mhm,
think he can
certainly.
block this door, which is what I'm hoping
Let's put this in here. And dirt back. There it goes.
for. There we go. Perfect. Thank you so much, Flare. Mm-hmm.
down. I'll come down there.
Oh, it's okay. I wanted to see the bees.
Oh, yes, the bees. Eloise, have you figured out the bees?
You know, I hear them.
You hear them.
Yes.
I don't see them, though.
I don't see them either. I'm kind
Perhaps
of wondering.
they're inside the hive.
Yeah. Maybe they're cold, because, oh, yeah, you just popped right in that hive.
Ah, well, it has certainly been getting a lot colder as of late.
Yeah. Well, they look like they're warm enough in there.
Hopefully.
We'll see if they make any honey, at least.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can warm them up. This is also for you, John.
For me? Oh, a cow.
Oh.
Yes.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, now we can have 2.
Oh, that's...
AKA infinite.
Oh, that's
Indeed.
wonderful. Thank you.
I'll put it away in the farm.
Yeah. Oh, you filled in the hole.
I did.
Oh, does the beehive have to be up one so they can get in from the bottom? Or can they get in from the side?
they
They're
come in
all
through the
in.
front.
Oh,
They're
in
all
order
in.
to harvest the honey, though, we have to put a campfire
okay.
underneath.
Campfire, yep.
Oh, so we should do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We can just break underneath it. We don't have to raise it.
Ah, that is
Yeah.
fair. They'd probably prefer that. Chilly, guys.
Oh, indeed. I've found that a lot of insects haven't been doing particularly great in our climate.
Have we?
Well, yeah, honestly, fair enough. We haven't been doing well. I would say that we have
Now
been
that-
as best
yeah,
as
now
we
that we're
can,
equipped.
prospering. Yes,
Oh,
as
certainly.
best as we can. We are prospering, and certainly well, there's no one that I would have rather been stuck in such a place with than you all, so...
Aw. I
Aw.
agree.
We feel the same. I'll release this bee over here, so maybe we have a chance to see it.
John, do you have it?
Oh, I see it, I see it.
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, I've never seen anything so precious in my life. Well, yeah, that's a lie.
It's large.
You and the pups are amazing, but
Except for
this
your
bee is...
kiddos,
Yeah,
but-
yeah, but this bee is very high up there. Wow.
Indeed,
Other than
indeed.
family.
Actually, how many did you put in the hive already?
There are 3. This is the 4th.
Well,
Now her name is
considering how
Clementine.
considering how large they are, honestly,
Good
3 is likely the most that could fit in such a small hive. You'd probably need a second
Oh.
one for this one.
Yeah, well, that one's at least got a name, so that might help it to stick around while we
Hopefully.
gather materials for another hive.
And we can, to
honest-
make another hive, it's gonna take, I think, the honey from it, so it'll
It
fit.
does require
Oh,
honeycomb.
okay.
However, I know that some of the structures we found hives, and that's where this one came from, as well as we had a bunch more. I simply don't know what happened to them, but I know that we did have more at one point. So hopefully,
I see. Well, I have grabbed all the books, so...
oh, I should. There's one thing that I need to
Adventure
grab.
whatever.
Going to grab my journal because that's where I've kept the list of materials to summon this next bringer of corruption. I have a strange feeling that the conversation may lead to that,
Aw.
and I think it would be wise for me to have that list prepared.
Oh, I think they'll appreciate those flowers, Angel.
Yeah, if I can get 2 to come out, I can breed them, but we'll see. Clementine and mac and Cheeto, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I've got the name tag ready for Mac and Cheeto.
Oh, John, do you have any wood? I need to make more bowls.
I do have wood. You can actually make bowls very cheaply
Oh?
by using I believe it's either the sawmill or the woodcutter.
Oh, do we have any in
Ah.
here? There's something in here. Sawmill.
You
Wow, I can.
went off. Were you able to speak with Jora, John?
Yes. While I was out there,
Yeah.
I was able to have a conversation with her. Long story short, well, when she has, Prince and her fish back, all of
Oh,
that's been
where were
sorted.
they?
Oh, that's so. Where were they?
Well, I confiscated them so that no one did anything rash involving either
John,
of them.
You had me so worried.
Yes, I do apologize for not bringing it up, but, that was, well, honestly, after she first killed you, I ran into the fracture. I, got the fish and grabbed Prince and put them both away somewhere that would be safe, and they've been returned to her.
Oh, that's good. I really, man, I had no intention to hurt the fish, and I was just so I thought I messed up so bad.
And I
I
understand
thought I
that,
got
and
killed or lost.
I didn't expect either you to have any intent, but considering the situation and well, just considering the situation, I thought it was probably best to put them somewhere where no one could have them until everyone had cooled off a bit.
I think that was wise, John.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But she has them back. She's well, a bit more in the right mindset. She is willing to, of course, look at all the books with everyone and share what books she has, and in particular, she has grown, well, she's no longer, well, in support of the Horned King, at least not to the same degree that she was before. We had a rather lengthy discussion on the matter, and I believe that she has somewhat come to her senses.
Oh, sorry.
I'm so happy to hear that.
You're right, Angel?
Yeah, Clementine is escaping through this hole, and I've been trying to get her back in. It's right up here. Oh, I got her in.
I think they... Oh, good job.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Did she? Oh, she got out. There's just like a hole up here.
You know, she could be wandering. Yeah, I may not have done the ceiling very well.
It's okay. I care for her, so I'm going to try very hard to.
I have the lead. I can see if I can bring her
Yeah,
back.
leads work with these?
Probably. They're large enough.
That's true, they are quite large compared to us.
But I'm not, I
Triple
guess, really
canines.
happy that Jora has them back, but I suppose he probably did it for a good reason.
Well, unfortunately, I saw no, well, no reason why she should be without her pet. And in regards to Prince, to put it simply, if she didn't get him back, I am rather, uncertain to what, rash action she may have been driven. So, keeping him, well,
There was already some rash action.
There was already rash action, and I will say this, she has agreed that, the fracture and, our area are not safe for Prince, and so for the moment, he is remaining in a crate for the foreseeable future, and until we can sort out some place where he is separate from the Horned King, where he can be properly cut off, then well, we'll be able to move forward on more things, regarding fully separating Jora from the Horned King.
I mean, I support all of that separation. If Prince becomes too great an obstacle, I think separating Jora might come before.
I have already developed a means by which to neutralize Prince if the need arises.
Okay.
How?
Currently, we're hoping that it doesn't. Well, long story short, while he was in the fracture, I was able to have some time to study him, and as he is a creature of corruption, he is inherently unstable on a certain level, and from deep within the fracture, I obtained an object, a sort of a core found within various creatures native to the fracture. Regardless, it contains a sort of a pathogen that, as best as I can tell, destabilizes corruption itself, and if he were to be infected with such a thing, he would wither and, well, perish. And of course, the intention is to use such a thing on the Horned King, when the time arises. But if necessary, it could be used on Prince as well.
Could it hurt you?
Would you say that
Most likely.
Oh, that's...
Well, maybe we shouldn't be messing with that then?
Well, it's kept under lock and key and properly stored. Believe me, what samples I have are sealed away much deeper than anyone can get them. They're safe, and it is the last resort sort of an action, but if the need arises, once again, our safety matters above all else, and of course the safety of our pups as well. And
I was gonna say, like, I'm sure
I
they
want
would
all
be
of us
affected by it as well.
They certainly would, which is why, if such a thing were needed to be used, we would, well, use it from a distance, find some way to remotely dispense it, and likely protect ourselves. I know that there are...
All of us, probably. I mean...
All of us, yes. We would all need to likely... we would all need to likely wear respirators of some sort, as well as protective gear on the rest of us when dealing with such a pathogen. Or alternatively, simply release it in a sealed room that is then cleansed with fire once Prince has been dealt with. And once again, I don't expect it to come to that point. I don't wish for it to come to that point, because as best as I can tell, Prince is not the Horned King's connected in some manner. He is a fragment, perhaps, but he's not the same entity, and he is not at fault in any of this. He is, well, perhaps as much of a victim as us, and I don't want to have to destroy Prince, but if the need arises, I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. The whatever's going on with me physically, I haven't sent out any books. I haven't communicated with, I mean, aside from the Spectre, which who knows where he lies. But my changes seem to be of a different nature, in some sense, than
well, certainly
those
there are multiple varieties of corruption at play. Very clearly, that was kind of established in the book that Willow received when she came back, in regards to it said many bringers of corruption, and obviously some of what we've encountered stems from the Horned King, but well, considering we're about to very soon, I would likely very soon at least fight a different bringer of corruption, it's fair to say that such changes likely simply originate from a different variety of corruption rather than from the same source as some of the other changes.
I see. I think what I was thinking of is if it came to it and something needed to be detonated, or if there's anything I could do to help.
I appreciate that, Eloise. I appreciate that, but currently I'm of the mindset that I don't want to have to use anything that I developed.
No,
Same goes for that explosive that was taken away at the Masquerade. I don't want to have to use these things that I develop, but they are a last resort. But if the time comes when such a thing would be necessary, I do not wish to be caught off guard. I do not wish to be unprepared.
Yeah.
And once again, I know that sometimes I may do rash things, such as taking her fish and Prince, but I do have our safety in mind.
Well, I'm not one to judge.
Speaking of Hirsch, I don't want her coming over here, so should we meet? Are we meeting them somewhere?
I'm not planning. My plan is to go to her. She didn't really establish much of a time. Simply, she said that whenever you were ready to attend such a thing. So I believe that we could go to her den, and likely, probably at the tavern or in that nearby structure, we could sort things out. And certainly, I have no intention of bringing her here. And I know that you did.
I could even go ahead. If you guys are worried that she might get restless, she tends to.
I don't think that's. I think that we'll be fine as long as we head out soon. She's been patient enough as it is. So, but in regards to what is to be brought, Angel, I know that you had that cyan tinted book. Whether you wish to bring that is up to you, though. We are attempting to be more open with one another as a group, so.
Yeah, I'll give it to you, and then if you want to give it to them, I don't care.
Alright. And have you received anything else?
Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah, I sent out a book, a long time ago, and I got one back, but it was shortly after that when you mentioned not liking them, so I just never responded again. But I'll give it to you if you want it.
Well, no harm, no foul. I appreciate you telling me about that, but yes, anything that we have, like that, once again, in the spirit of openness, if you have both of those books, I would appreciate, and we'll obviously have to sort out the specifics of such things. Okay, alright. Actually, Eloise, you said that you were bringing the books that you received from the Spectre, correct?
Yeah, I have 4.
Cool. Alright,
We've also spoken verbally, which I can tell all, but...
Well, let's just see where the conversation leads currently. Yora's most interested in the Cursed Tomes. I am most interested in the Cursed Tomes as much as I would like to look over whatever you receive from the Spectre. The Cursed Tomes appear to be...
Oh, yeah, if it's not
well, relating to something larger.
Talk about it for fun.
Huh. Alright, then I'll be, I'll head back down to the house. I'm still up on the farm.
Wait, what Spectre? The one from the Masquerade?
The one from the Masquerade, yes.
Oh, yeah. I actually feel like I saw him recently.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been...
Oh, you're too far. I cannot hear you, but... Oh.
She's up in the...
Oh, you're still up there?
Eloise, you're getting out of where we can hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you anymore.
Eloise, we couldn't hear you for a moment, so... You're going to need to come down here and
is this better?
I think proximity. We're just too far.
This?
Yeah, we got out of range of hearing you, out of earshot.
Oh, you guys are very loud to me. Where are you?
The library.
I'm in the... If you could just come back down to the house, or the library.
I'm in the house.
Oh.
Really?
Yes, I
Where
am.
At?
Right by you.
Oh, now I can hear you.
Really? Oh, I see you. Okay.
I'll log.
Yeah. Alright, well... yeah, I believe that it would be best for us to just look over whatever we have, Angel, any books. I haven't sent out any and haven't received any, so... I guess that to a certain degree I can act as a mediator, since I have not engaged with such things myself.
Yeah.
Bark, bark.
Eloise? Bark, bark.
Yeah, I'm back. Hello.
You were saying something about the Spectre.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to share anything that you wouldn't like to, Angel, but was he friendly? I mean, he's never been any sort of threatening aside from maybe frightening, but...
I actually thought I was, like, seeing things, so I'm not really too sure.
Safe?
Yeah, I'm not too sure if I saw him or it was just, like, a figment of my imagination, but he just kind of said that he was in my head, but seemed to really trust John.
Oh.
Well, that's a surprise.
Oh, that's interesting.
I haven't interacted with the entity,
Wow.
so...
He's never
Seem
mentioned
to know you.
John to me at all. Well, maybe in passing, but
perhaps,
it does seem
but
like
perhaps
something
it
he
simply
would
was
do,
a
though,
figment of your
put junkies in
imagination,
there.
then.
It
He's
was a
bit
little
of
stressed. It's possible.
Where did you go, Angel?
Oh, I'm in the kitchen-ish area.
We're in
I can
the
give you the
main
books
room.
whenever.
I'm coming down there. Actually, just in case, I think I might switch over to my good armor set, just in case anyone decides to do anything very stupid.
That would be a good idea.
Speaker block, good night. Sleep well.
Oh,
I
I
suppose
need
I'll
kelp.
wear some actual armor in that case. Kelp.
Oh, I have
Once
some.
again, I don't expect it, and honestly, I'll see if I can get everyone to
Speaker
leave their
block,
books,
good morning
leave
and
their,
good luck.
leave their weapons in a chest, but just in
I
case.
doubt it.
If we're gonna leave our weapons in a chest, maybe I won't bring this one then.
That would, once again, I don't expect anyone to do anything stupid, but in the event that someone were to do something very stupid, we must prepare ourselves.
I've never expected it. Therefore, I am tending to prepare more often.
Hmm.
No matter how crazy things get, I still somehow forget to suspect things like that.
What are you waiting on,
Bring my
Angel?
other good sword.
Oh, I was trying to cook something, but I realized that this meat will not work. But it's okay. I will retry another time.
Ah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Alright. That's alright.
Oh, here are a few.
Okay, so I think that, yes, the books. Okay. Well, I guess that we're, of course, going to be reading them, once we get there, unless you would prefer that I read them beforehand.
I mean, I would prefer you read them, and then only if you think they need to know. But if they don't need to know, I don't really want them to know.
I'll go through. I'll go through very quickly.
And then I'm more or less ready to go whenever you're done reading. But no rush. I will make some food.
Yeah, I'm just quickly skimming through. When did you get the orange tinted one?
It was a long time ago. It was like, maybe back when we built the tavern. It was a while ago. I don't remember exactly though.
Alright, yeah, okay. Huh. Yeah, you know what, it's probably for the best that you didn't, respond back.
I mean, we can always, like, talk at some point if you want. I just didn't think it was that important.
Yeah, no, it's not really that important. It's just, well, I never have been quite comfortable with the idea of receiving messages from things that, well, we simply know nothing about.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of stopped after you told me that in the lab that night.
I appreciate that. Hi, definitely, there's nothing here that we wouldn't be able to, share, though I do find it rather concerning in the Cyan one that the author mentions mouse.
Yeah. That also concerned me.
Well, I say the author because I'm not entirely certain that it really is K or Snow or whatever the entity wishes to refer to itself as. The point of the matter is that we should likely, and of course Mouse did even mention earlier receiving books, so I think that I'll talk to her. I believe that she was out with Jora, or at least in that area, so we can go and sort that out.
I'm ready and...
See if I can talk to her as well. Yeah, should we leave a sign for Eloise?
Yeah! I'll leave a little note for her.
She's sort of zoning out as well, but happens to all of us.
I'll just be outside waiting, but no rush.
Alright, I'll quickly put the sign down in front of her.
I truly am only going for, I think, moral support for you, because, I don't know, these books don't
I appreciate
seem
that.
interesting.
Oh, well. That's once... Oh!
Oh!
Eloise! I was just about to put down a sign for you.
Oh, I was just dozing off. Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, we were just about to head out to Jora's. The somewhat verdict that I've come to is that I need to speak with Mouse about what exactly she received from, the cyan-tinted books, because she mentioned herself, and then, of course, this book even refers to, speaking with Mouse, which is rather concerning.
Oh, a book that you or Angel had?
It's the one I read to you.
Yeah, the one...
Oh, yep. That makes sense. Actually, I forgot something. 1 second. You guys are welcome to go on ahead, actually.
Sure?
Alright. Yeah.
Alright.
I'll just quickly grab a little bit of rest before we head out. Best to be
Yeah.
well awake.
Take your time. Actually, I should eat.
Alright then, Angel. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. I think it would be excessive for me to bring my trident as well. The weapons that I have ought to be alright. Okay. Let's head. I do have my good armor, so I will keep that on, and I'll see if I can gently get everyone to put their their things beyond their books in the chest.
Hi.
Bark, bark,
We've been
Jora!
hiding under the bridge out of the cold. Sorry, we couldn't wait at the bridge. We were freezing to death.
That's alright. Hello. We were actually just looking for you.
Good 15-20 minutes, but it's fine.
Oh. My apologies. Angel, you still here?
Yeah.
Hey, Angel.
I guess.
Okay.
They're up ahead?
Yeah, they're over here. Alright, so have we decided on a place to, book exchange?
I was just thinking about the tavern.
Well, I mean, if we didn't want to go all the way to the tavern, we do still have the Masquerade Hall. It
that's
has
true.
chests
We
for
left
everyone.
Mouse behind. She was still making some cold resistance potions. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a lot colder outside,
Well,
so...
It certainly is. In regards to Mouse, I'm actually going to need to speak with her specifically about the books that she's received.
Honestly,
I
agree with you. There's been things I've known too.
Well, that's good. Well, we'll sort that out, but for the moment, let's head inside the hall. Angel, are you
coming.
still there?
We'll go on ahead.
Okay.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
outside.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you sure we shouldn't go to the tavern? I don't want to be in the territory if I'm not wanted.
I believe that the Masquerade Hall is appropriate. We can probably head up to one of the more empty floors, perhaps the snow floor, just someplace where we can put our things. We can put them
Maybe
away in our
anything
individual
but the
chests.
snow
Is that right,
floor.
Em?
Yeah, it is very chilly.
Oh, you're right. It is cold. We could go up to the black floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would seem appropriate.
We didn't
But
really get
if everyone could put their
with all the
if everyone could put their non-essentials of everything but food and books into a backpack or in your chest, and just because I don't want anyone bringing any weapons up there.
You can do that.
Yeah.
And since I am the only one to not have any books, I thought that I could perhaps serve as some form of mediator, a neutral party of sorts, perhaps.
Yeah, I trust you to do that.
Alright, I appreciate that, Jora.
I think I remember the way through this maze.
Guess I'll check on Angel.
Actually,
you still
John,
around,
before
Angel,
you go
or?
back, can I give you something?
Sure. Oh, I see you, Angel. Where are you, Jora?
I'm up in the yellow. There you are. Hi. If you could give this to Angel for me later on.
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Alright, let's head on up to the black floor.
Yeah.
It's the most open, and, let's hope that this can be a peaceful exchange.
Someone needs to probably go get Mouse.
I can howl for her.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Ah, yes, that would probably be best, so we don't have
I mean,
to
if anyone
leave.
is not
and
hoping
has everyone
that this will be a peaceful exchange,
has
they
everyone put
should go.
their extra things inside the their chests? Have they put that
I
away?
haven't yet. I was trying to get up to the room first.
Yes.
Oh, I just put mine
well,
in the backpack.
I meant your bottom floor chest, the one just so it's inaccessible. Just in case, I want to make sure that we're all on a level playing field.
With the precious cargo I'm carrying, I prefer not to, but I can put all my weapons just out of my paws and into my backpack. So.
Well, all right, okay, fine. Actually, would you perhaps drop it off in one of the barrels on the snow floor? Then it'll be a lot closer, but I do just want to make sure that everyone has, well, once again, no one has any weapons.
Okay.
I'll put my backpack in.
Yeah, I'll put my backpack away too.
It really has gotten chillier.
Yeah.
Certainly. Angel and I had some difficulties regarding that out on the ice. We froze to death a couple of times a little while back, but
Oh no.
That's not good.
indeed. But yeah, I'm coming. All right, up to the black
There
floor.
are some
We've
zombies.
got,
Oh wait, they're on the roof. Never mind.
yeah, they're outside. Jora, if you could also sit down your fish.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where Colors is. He was. I don't know. He's down there somewhere. He's set.
All right. Okay. Angel, are you going to be staying down there or coming up?
I can hear you guys.
All right. Okay, that's fine. So let's begin with just listing, I guess, what we've received. All of us. I personally have not received anything. I haven't sent out anything either. Currently, I have on me just 2 books that Angel's received, and also my journal, because there's something that I wish to go over there as well.
Okay.
Oh wait, I put my backpack with the books downstairs. Let me pull them out. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Where are they? Here. Bark, bark.
Mouse.
Hi, Mouse.
Hello, Mouse.
We're in the mouse parade.
Yes, we were just about to begin our book exchange.
Top level.
No, top
black room.
floor. If you could, yes, the black floor. If you could please put all of your non-essential things into a backpack and put them away in your chest on the first floor, I don't want anyone having any weapons up here. Just your books and some food if you'd like.
Oh.
Does anyone have one coal on them?
All right.
I do.
In my backpack.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me grab my backpack. Oh, oops. Mistakes were made. Okay. I have one piece of coal.
Where are you, Willow?
I am up in the snow room, but I can come down lower.
Your crow is very cute.
Thank you. His name is Pumpkin.
Oh, he was holding a pumpkin too. That's really precious. Oh.
Alright, are you
We'll stay
the
here.
bottom level?
Oh yeah, I'm at the
or-
bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, thank you.
Kind of. Oh, I did bring my torches. I was about to say, I wish we had a bit more light in here. Should have put the torches away, but
Hello.
putting them down here works as well.
Yep.
Hello.
Nice wings.
Thank
Oh!
you.
Thank you for the eggs. I do appreciate that. You have nice wings. Gosh.
Let's see if I can remember how to get up.
If you need help, I can help you.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
This way, mouse. Mouse, follow me. Did you find it?
Yeah. Oh, that's a creeper.
Alright, once everyone's up on the top floor, we can start going over things.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, then.
well, I'd first like to go over the book tints. I think that's important to connect who we've talked to.
Well, I believe that while everyone is saying what they've received, they can mention what tints they have. The two tints that Angel received is one cyan and one orange. Yes. So, you can go next, Jora, if you would like.
I guess I'll read off the names.
Well, that works.
So I have 3 white tints. They are He You Serve, Betray, and Perhaps. And then I have 4 cyan tints, which are called Journal 17, Have It Your Way, Get Out of My Head, and Journal ?
All right. Oh, the two that
I also
Angel...
have a copy of
that's-
one of
Thank you.
Willow's books, but
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah.
I
that's
I
nice.
actually left my copy of that one at home, so I appreciate that you
Thank you.
brought yours.
Oh, it's
Um,
okay.
These look
That's
great.
okay.
I appreciate the refreshments.
Yeah.
Yes. As for the ones that I have, that Angel received, the cyan one was labeled a friendly warning, and the orange one was labeled I sure hope this works.
Interesting.
All right. Anybody else volunteer to go next with what they've received?
Sure. I'll go next. I have 2 books. I have they're both red tint. And they're called A Means to Summon a Spectre and Sin and Willow Volume 1. I also
What?
had the
Oh.
one.
Ah,
Yeah, and then I also had the book that I got from the book guy, I think his tint was purple, I say, but I did die and lose that one. But I think the name of it was Maelstrom.
all right. Eloise?
Yeah, I've got 4 books, and they are all red tint, and in fact I was handed all of them instead of finding them as some of you have. The first is
By the Spectre?
yes, all by the Spectre.
All right.
They're all red tint
If
from
everyone could stay where I can see them, if you guys could move a little bit closer together, just so I can see you all
Oh, I
as the
Where
mediator.
is Angel?
Yes. Okay. Angel's
She
down
needs some
below.
space
She
right
Well,
yeah, she handed her books to me, so I'll be dealing with her end of
That's perfectly fine.
this. All right. So please carry on, Eloise. I apologize for the interruption.
Oh, no worries. I have the Book of Sin, Book of Sin Volume 2, the Book of Sin Volume 3, and one titled A Chat Between a Spectre and Wielder.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
What have you received, Mouse?
I have 2 scientint. One says I can help, and the other one says from K.
All right. Okay, so I think that. How do you all believe is the best way for us to go about sharing the knowledge contained within these books?
Maybe going through the combined tints and then trying to order them?
All right.
That
That could work. As I am here to be the neutral party and mediator, I think that if we begin with just pick a tint, and if you all would toss me the ones from that tint, and I can read them aloud, just so that well.
I think maybe the least tints, so maybe orange first, and then we can just go in that order. Least to greatest.
Orange. Did anyone else receive anything from Orange?
I don't think so.
I didn't.
Alright. Well, that's just the one. This is a bit of a, long one. Honestly, it kind of tells almost nothing, but I will read it as quickly. Mouse, if you could please.
Sorry, there are a lot of sounds, and they're kind of scaring me.
You can come sit
That's
by me,
alright.
Mouse.
You can move a little bit closer to anyone else if you would like. It's just that, once again, as the mediator, I feel it is my duty to make sure that everyone is, well, safe and seen.
Here, take my shield.
Alright then. The book begins as follows. Hello, Angel. I really have no idea how you got this message to me, but that's alright. It certainly seems like it came from someplace else, and I'm willing to accept that. I'm just glad to have someone to talk to, especially someone who seems to be in the same situation as myself. Oh, about that. I was a human too, once. Even though I've gone through a lot of names since coming here, I think it would be appropriate for you to call me Orange, after the tint of the book that you sent to me. I'm assuming that you didn't do that intentionally. I guess it would be appropriate to tell you some more about myself as well. I've been here a long while, surviving and figuring things out. I've messed up too, a lot of times, and I think that's why I'm writing this. I've messed up, and I wish that I had someone to talk to. I guess that we agree there. I really wish that I had something to say that could help you, but I'm not exactly all-knowing either. I would like to consider myself powerful, though, despite the fact that most of the power that I've found is far too dangerous to use. As for getting more powerful, I have to ask what for. Why do you need to be more powerful? If it's to fight the darkness, then I'm afraid that that's a lost cause. Despite what the book promised, you'd be better off holding on to what you have and protecting it. That was one of the mistakes that I made, not protecting what I had until it was gone. It sounds like you do genuinely want to do good, Angel, and I will try to help if I can. Of course, I'll first have to find a way to send this message back to you. I might try setting this book on fire with some coal attached. That might be able to do it, or it might just make a big mess. I guess we'll find out. Oh, and one last thing. I may not be all-powerful or all-knowing, but I do understand. I'm worried, too, for different reasons, I'm sure, but worried nonetheless. I hope that this message finds you soon. From Orange.
Interesting. Do you think it's important to explain the context of why we got those books? Like, why they were received?
Well, all that I know is that Angel sent out a tome and received this in return. Whether she wishes to share the contents of what she actually sent out, that's up to her.
I think that's fair. Unless any pressing questions come up.
If you have a
which we should
specific
be-
question, I might answer it, but I just don't.
Oh, I
really
was
think
just
it's
saying,
that
like, every
relevant.
book, like, if we sent out a book first explaining what the question was, I guess,
alright.
to get that book.
Yeah, I was
Seemed
just
like
curious to
Angel's
see
main reason.
what would happen if I did it.
Fair enough.
And I believe that the book does, it does seem to be replying to a question when it mentions all-knowing, so, well, nothing particularly of concern there. I believe that the next least tint was either white or red.
Yeah, I can go over the white ones. I'm thinking maybe
I think white has them marked.
make a book and quill really quick to just, I don't know, put all the pieces together. Does anyone have a book and quill open?
No.
I only have my journal.
I
Okay, well, I guess I'll just try to remember.
Alright. If you could go over them in the order that you received them.
Yeah. So the first one is called To Remember Who You Serve. It's not that interesting. It's actually quite boring. It's just remember who you serve over 100 pages.
Yikes.
And
my.
do you know which, that's white tint. Do you confirmably know what entity that belongs to?
I would guess it's the Horned King.
Alright then.
I haven't had any confirmation though.
Sounds accurate.
Alright, what else, what was in the other ones?
The next one is called Betray. This was after I stabbed that tall thing when Willow was in my area, and then she snooped, and I decided to believe her, not the creature. You betray, I promise forever, and you betray. Tell me, when flesh burns to dust and bone turns to stone, who is left? Who remains unto forever? Not flesh, not them, yet you betray. Yet I forgive. Yet I am gracious, I show you mercy, still I promise forever, still promise everything. Yet now I see that you still hold ties to flesh, still seek flesh, still love flesh. I can change that. I can fix you, make you mine. That is the offer now.
Ew.
The armor.
Indeed.
It is binding ancient ruined. It is mine, and it can be yours. We are close, closer than before, but you must keep to the deal. You must not forget forever. A tree cannot outgrow its roots. Take the armor and let it bind to flesh. No longer hide, no longer cover. Let them think, let them cry out, say that you are what you are. They fear power, fear fate, fear forever. They serve another king. There is no forever for them. You were chosen here for a reason. You are more than flesh. Forever awaits you if you choose. Do not betray again. And the last one is perhaps...
Well, actually, could I cut in? What armor is it referring to?
I do have armor from it, but I haven't put it on because it described binding. I'll get to that in the later Cyan books. There's something
Alright,
about it.
okay.
It's a lot.
Alright, okay.
The last one
Carry
is
on.
only one page. It says, you are torn between flesh and forever. Perhaps the armor may make you clear your judgment. That was when I asked the question of talking to the Horned King when you started gathering items without telling me. That's the question I asked, and that's what he said. So,
Alright. Well, I will go and quickly go down to the water floor because I realize that I put my canteens away and I'm thirsting. But, well, I think that we should leave, in-depth analysis until after we've done more reading.
That sounds wise. Something
for the moment, I believe that there is certainly the potential that other books will recontextualize what we've already read. So for the moment, let's withhold any sort of judgment. What did we want to go on to next?
I'd say red.
Yeah,
All right.
Red, all right.
And we're reading our own then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
it's
I just
private
didn't want to
quest.
give my books over. No offense, John.
Sure.
That's all right. You can toss them to me if you'd prefer, or keep them yourself.
I can read mine, and I don't know whether I got mine first, but I know that I got my first one on the night that we first saw the specter.
That seems like a right timeline.
Likely the first then.
All right.
Indeed.
This is the first book I received from him, and you guys have heard its contents before. Though I am certain that my appearance at this masquerade was startling, I can assure you that I mean no harm to you or the others. You in particular have impressed me with your actions taken to combat the darkness. With only a blade, you nearly drove back one of the Watchers, and now that you have my attention, so too do you have the attention of the dark. Everything will change, for your mission is far from complete. Even now, the antlers of corruption grow. I will be in contact. Signed, the masked bringer of Red Flame. And the next, volume 2, says, Wielder, you must take up my accursed blade. To combat the dark you fear in the night, you must inherit the sword of cursed flame, the veil piercer, the legendary sword, the phantom blade. This accursed weapon is one of the most powerful and cursed relics I've ever interacted with. The blade is known to be both a powerful corruption cleanser, but also one that comes with risks. If you truly wish to extinguish the plague that is known as the corruption, you must forge my blade. You have already acquired the first part of the weapon, the bloody flame. You must acquire a second through any means necessary. This book just goes through the recipe, which I guess you guys know anyways, although I guess a later book will explain why maybe you wouldn't want to use it. But anyways, then you must acquire the flaming rod of a burning beast native to depths that you have never delved. It is a burning thing whose flame reeks of flesh turned to ash and whose form is fire and hatred. 2 types of fungi, only native to the most corrupt depths, will then be needed to bind the pieces, lest they burn away. Be warned, though, for the sword is not a normal weapon. It is a symbol of power and of death. I wish you luck, Wielder. The third book was delivered to me after we first entered through the fracture. It says, You have entered a very dangerous realm, a realm of pure corruption, a realm that reeks of the dark and death. Are you sure this is where you want to go? Is that how you want to die? It's all spaced out. It's kind of spooky. Oh well, Wielder, if you've decided to continue reading, I'm assuming this is the path you wish to take. In relation to my last message, it seems that your mortal paws are unable to fully grasp my power. It seems that you will need a catalyst of some sort to help you wield my accursed power. The corrupted realm you have opened should provide a perfect catalyst. You must find 2 mushrooms. One reeks of blood and corruption, the other reeks of the veil and of death. Find one of each and forge it with the materials you have already acquired. This will be the only way you will ever be able to wield my power. Good luck, Wielder. This is the final book. And it includes things that I've written in it. We spoke back and forth not too long ago. Wielder, something seems to be amiss in this world, besides the corruption. I sense my power within you, but not just you. As of a few moons ago, I've begun to sense it everywhere. I can never pinpoint where, but it seems that others have harnessed my power. I've been approached by some curious about the specter they saw that fateful night, but still, that doesn't explain the power I sense. Why am I sensing my own power in this place? Could the wolf adorned with antlers have harnessed my power? No, I don't think so. She asked for my help. Why would she go behind my back? I am perplexed, Wielder. This troubles me greatly. And then I responded, This is concerning. I knew her well before the antlers appeared, and I've been struggling to admit to myself that my trust for her hasn't quite returned since they appeared. I don't know if she is using her power, but I trust your cause, and if you see a need for concern, I think it is worth concern. How can I help? And, then he replied, Watch out, Wielder. I'm fairly certain that the wolf known as Willow is not the cause of this. She has built an altar and has offered many gifts. I believe she wishes for my assistance in combating the corruption. Even though she bears the mark of that accursed deer, I believe she trusts me to an extent. Why would she try to betray me at this point in time? That cursed abomination is dead, and I am the only salvation in sight. I fear that it may have something to do with the actions of your other companions. I have met with a few of them, and it seems that they mean me no harm. However, I am unsure about the ones I have yet to meet with. I have very little information on them. Perhaps one of them has learned how to harness the bloody flame? That accursed substance is left wherever I go. Perhaps someone has collected enough residue to harness my power. I know not what has happened, Wilder, but I am afraid. No, I'm not afraid. I am angry. The more of my power that is dispersed in this realm, the weaker I become. This could not be allowed to continue. My response was, I understand, and I hope you're right, and that she is on the right side of things. I hope that I am as well. Mouse noticed the blade and quickly made one of her own. Did this hurt you? I'm sorry. I wish she hadn't, but how do I stop them? And his response was, that is likely it, Wilder. My power isn't meant to be harnessed by anyone besides me and a select few. Perhaps her false blade is leeching large amounts of power from me? I shall look into it. For now, learn what you can, Wilder. The day of reckoning may soon be upon us. Be well. And then he vanished.
Alright, well, I will make a quick note, and indeed, I will make a quick comment on that, and, well, it certainly sounds like that catalyst that was referred to was what led to your, antlers, considering they're adorned with the same mushrooms that it described, and, well, the ones that were used to forge the blade as well.
Certainly so.
That is somewhat of an explanation.
And now you can see why I was asking you
no
not
one else
to
is supposed to have a
make
blade.
4 more of those blades.
Apparently not.
Do you still have the blade?
Not on me.
Alright, well, I guess
Well, maybe that's a
the
discussion
easiest
we
option to
can
go
have
is just
soon.
destroying it. Yeah.
Let's
We'll talk.
Let's read the rest of the
we'll
books
discuss. Yes.
maybe?
Yeah, I believe that Willow had a few more red tint.
Yes, I have 2. So we got. This is the first one that came first. It was a conversation I had with them. Sin and Willow, Volume 1.
You were over.
Yeah. Oh boy. Here we go. Sin, the book guy says you are his follower. Are you? Then I serve a higher power than any corruption. He has more names than there are stars in the cosmos. But you would be correct to assume that I am loyal to him.
Eloise, you could stay close to the others.
Then
was
I
just gonna
say,
rest.
Well, yeah, that's
Well-
fine. Just remain inside.
Oh,
Carry on.
then
I
I
have an
say,
orange, but I like orange.
well, I'm working with him as well, so why do you threaten me? He says, you bear the mark of the antlered thing. I respond, that's because the book guy gave it to me. It's not my fault, and you have horns too, so what's the difference? He responds, there's a difference between horns and antlers. One resembles the veil, and the other resembles the dark. And I say, it's not my fault. Don't blame me for that. Why hate me for things I can't control? He says, hate is a crude word lacking of all nuisance and can't speak, speciality.
Nuance and
I do not.
specificity.
Thank you.
Probably.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I do not hate you. I merely despise what corruption you harbor. Then I say, well, I would love to get rid of it, but I don't know how. Then he responds, with time all things will heal, even that broken antler that adorns your head. I respond, so what? I just become better over time? If you don't like my corruption, what about Angel or Mouse? You seem to be on fine terms with them. Then he says, we have yet to properly meet. You are the only the second I've spoken with. For now, I am but a humble assistant in the destruction of the corruption. I shall watch and intervene when I deem it necessary. Time heals all wounds except for those that affect the heart. Then I said, I don't know if I can trust you yet. We seem to be on the same side, but yet there's something about you I can't trust. I'm going to keep an eye on you, and if you cross any lines, so help me, I will make sure you go to the void where I once was taken to.
Oh.
Well,
Good threat. Very spicy. I enjoy.
indeed.
Thanks.
Was it the only one, or did you have two?
I do have to.
All right.
Then I did send out a book responding, telling him since we were on the same sides, I guess we gotta work together or something along those lines. I don't exactly remember. But the second book is A Means to Summon a Specter. To more efficiently contact me, you must construct an altar from 3 stone pedestals. The 2 outermost must be adorned with red flame, and the centermost will contain the message that you have for me. The base of the altar must be made from obsidian that glows a fiery red. You know what must be done to acquire obsidian, cursed with the fiery red power. For the flame, you must harness my power and form 2 bloodied flames. And finally, you must forge the altar where it can be noticed by the beings that dwell in the Vale. That is it.
All right. And have you constructed such a place?
Yes.
All right.
I was just there
so
this morning.
Okay. Well, that's through with I would like to see it at some point as well, but if that's through with
Yeah.
red tint, I believe the only other one that we had left was cyan. So, with that in mind, who believes that they've how long ago, Jora, did you receive your first cyan tinted book?
The first one. I'm trying
A
to
rough
remember,
approximation
but
of time
it was
works just
definitely
fine because
before.
of the endless night.
I think it was either the first day or before I summoned Prince.
Oh, alright. So that was quite a while ago then?
I got mine,
Yeah.
like, right before I went to live with Angel and John for a while.
So that means mine comes
Alright.
first.
So, yes, it sounds as though whichever one you received then comes first, and since you have the first one, I guess that we can read through all of yours, then read through what Mouse has, and then we can try to put them in order.
Alright. So this one is Journal 17. And there are a bit of repetition in this one. I think it was just a bit of memory loss.
Just read it as it's
something.
written.
Yeah. I would hesitate to call this a journal, but as that has the naming scheme so far, I will carry on with it for now. Regardless, for my own sanity, I'd prefer to think of this as a record of what has been going on. I'd prefer to think of this as a record of what has been going on. Ever since I brought that thing to life, I've hardly been able to sleep, hardly been able to dream, able to remember. So I do write things down now, the dreams. But they're always the same. They're always that thing again, the flaming skull with the burning and the burning. It howls to me, and I know it does, and it burns sometimes too. It burned the place where I kept it. I'm glad that none of the pups saw the flames before I could put them out. I wouldn't want to have to explain all of this to him. Not until I'm finished. He'd only worry. But I am making progress, in the night mostly, even as my eyes grow weak and weary, and as he always asks me that same question. I am making progress. That thing is contained now, sealed in a place that it likes. Obsidian was the key. Apparently, though, I know not what door it opened. I've tried making it calmer, making me calmer. It works too sometimes. The rattle works. Sometimes. Two bones and a blackened skull on the end. It hurts to use sometimes, scrapes me, makes my mouth bleed. But it keeps the thing calm, keeps it awake, and I don't think that it sleeps. Though the rattle helps some, it's still hungry. I should have said that before, that it's hungry. It wants things that live, things that die, and it harbors a terrible hatred for things that aren't quite either. It wants to be able to kill, to have satisfaction of watching life wither. And it grows stronger too. With every death meant to pacify it, with every moment that I study it, it grows. I can feel it, even when I'm away. The old stone and wood couldn't contain it, and the obsidian is a little better, but its power still leaks. Plants die around it, and I hope that he doesn't notice. Ah, and that's him now. He's back again, calling for me. Probably has some flowers or a bell or something. There's always been gifts when he gets back, especially now that he knows when I'm sick. I'll continue writing soon, when I have some more alone time. I am getting close. I just know it. And that's it.
Alright, I will cut
Does
in there for a
anyone
moment
have a bed I
that...
could borrow?
Here.
Yeah, you can
Getting
borrow
really
mine.
tired.
Oh, that works.
Oh.
Yeah, in regards to all of that,
If I
that
can
certainly...
reach it up.
Oh, hello, Angel. Welcome. Well, in regards to that particular journal, I would say that is, John that lived with her, he didn't have access to all of her journals. A great deal of them were lost at her death, but, from the others that he did, that I remember him having access to, that certainly sounds like her writing style, and, it appears genuine, though, well, still makes me rather uneasy to think, but regardless, it appears genuine in terms of her experience, though I can say not a great deal on the content. I only really know that she did, in fact, have something akin to prints.
It mentioned something about pups. Did she have pups?
Her and John did have, pups. They did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's accurate.
That's where I got the information about the rattle and that he needed to be fed. I think,
Alright.
I don't know, he doesn't seem to produce a lot of corruption. I think the stuff that she's talking about, the plants withering, it just wasn't his favorite color. No plants have withered since I got his pink room, so.
Well, we did already discuss that hers, did, according to her other journals, the ones that John had access to, did appear different physically from the prints that you have, so perhaps was a differently ordered sort of entity. Regardless, if you would carry on.
Yeah. So the next one is Have It Your Way. This is one that I got right after
Why wouldn't he tell me something like that? Like, even if, like, before he even told me he was a mimic, like, I don't know, having ups with someone is kind of a big deal. It's just weird. Every day I feel like I find out something really big that I should have already known. And it just feels like every single day that I'm getting okay with stuff, or, you know, feel like I'm in control, or I know what's happening, it's like some new piece of information comes out that, like, I could have known earlier. feel like that's kind of not fair to me. I just couldn't even care less about all these dumb books. I don't even want to be there. It doesn't matter if I'm there or not. I just wanted to come back to feed the pups and check on them. I am so uneasy. I can't help. Like, if this John didn't tell me, it's so hard to care and focus on the future when all we're doing is, like, talking about, I guess, the past. I'm just so annoyed with all of this. I just don't understand why he keeps things from me. Like, I know now it probably doesn't matter, but it would have mattered a lot back then to me. Just, I really don't want to go back. I might as well go. I just don't trust or understand why Jora's suddenly all excited to work together and whatnot. She never has in the past. I just can't feel like this is all just for her personal gain. I just wish I didn't have to find out about stuff like that, like this. Like, it's just... Oh, that's weird. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. Oh. Okay, anything else? Yeah, might as well. Let's just... I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Maybe this will help. Oh, that one seems important. I don't want to take that one. Okay. Okay, now it's time. Am I slow? No. To sit and listen to these wonderful books.
I know that Angel got another book from Cyan, which was pretty recently. Not entirely certain how recently, though. Angel, if you're still listening, perhaps you could shed a bit of light on that.
I got it not too long ago.
Okay. Well, how long ago did you get your other Cyan tint, Jora? Jora, can't hear you.
It was pretty recent. I think... It might have been after I've got that last Horned King message. Just right
Alright, so
afterwards.
how's about you go
We'll
through
look up with it.
your other ones, and we'll assume that Angels was the most recent.
Okay.
It's still a little iffy on the specific dates.
Okay. This one is have it your way. Fine, have it your way. If you want to meet, then let's do it. But I won't endanger the pups. I won't do it anywhere near the gateway. After what you tried last time, I'm not making the mistake again. I certainly won't talk around that thing either, Prince. Your prince has done enough harm as it is. The best I can give you is the skull, surrounded by blackboards. You can write, but if you try anything else, I'll drive a black sword right through the skull and your fragment. I'll cut you off from this world permanently. You got that? I'm taking charge now. And you'd better keep your word. If you can't bring him back, my previous threats will be the last of your worries. I have nothing left to lose, unlike you. You may call yourself a king, but every kingdom crumbles eventually.
Alright.
Bring who back?
I guess John, or there's a different partner later in the books, I think, but I can get to that. The
Alright,
next one is not that special. It's just got, in all capitals, get out of my head, just filled all the way to page 6. You can see it for yourself.
Oh,
Oh wait,
yeah.
I think it.
And yeah, it's just that same phrase for 6 pages. Actually, how many pages did the one from the Horned King go on for? The other
100.
one that was 100 pages. Alright. Okay.
And then the last one is the most recent one I got, which definitely led to a lot more questions. This one's long, it's 9 pages. Hello again. It feels like forever since I've done one of these. Anyway, a few updates. I've finally made it out of that book place, and my partner has been taking care of me. That place was able to keep out the worst of the sickness, but I'm afraid that it has grown much worse since my return. Fortunately, after much rest, I am clear enough mind to write, which is what I've been wanting to do ever since I got back. I've learned so much while in there, but before I get to that, I guess that I should go over what's happened while I was gone. That thing, the thing that came through the gateway went dormant while I was gone, and its corruption stopped spreading. The rift that I was using to access the deeper reaches also closed during that time, but that's fine, because I have all the materials that I need. Using what I learned from making the rattle, as well as the books that I discovered, I figured out how to forge a set of armor that ought to be able to prevent my sickness from growing worse. If nothing else, it'll make me strong enough to keep up with my research. It's made from bones and darkness, and the armor that I intend to make. Blackened skulls fused to bone plating. Horrific, I know, and it doesn't help that my prototypes have a tendency to stick to my skin. But it's fine. I won't make the full set, not yet. Not until I know that it's safe to wear. I also had a theory about something else that I could make. If my numbers are right, which they probably aren't considering how long it's been since I last slept, then I could use the residual energy to in the gateway for something else, a weapon capable of driving back the darkness here. It will be made like the armor and rattle, blackened skull fused to bone, but it would be forged within the heart of the gateway. I don't even care that I can't get back to the book place or the deeper reaches. With this, I won't need any of those things. I'll be safe. As for my partner, he's been doing alright, shaken up that I think. He could have sworn that he heard my voice while I was away, but he's fine, mostly. I've had time to work while he sleeps, if nothing else. And even though he's banned me from touching the gateway again, what he doesn't know won't hurt him. I do miss talking to Mouse. Hopefully she'll send another book through soon. Even though it's probably for the best that we've lost contact, then again, who knows? After I finish the sword and the armor and make some modifications to the gate, I might be able to visit her. Hopefully. That's it.
Alright. And is that all of the books?
Yeah, I need the get out of my head one back.
I'm at. Alright, yeah, sure.
Can I
well-
have mine back too?
Oh, yeah, which one? Okay, you tell us both of yours. Yeah, mouse, there you are. Well, I believe... Alright, first conclusion is, the first thing is, that armor that she was talking about, you said, that you thought it was perhaps the same that you've received?
Maybe. I don't know. The Horned King said it was his and that he gave it to me. I don't understand if she's making it, how it would be here, so
Give
maybe
me
a
just
similar
a
type
second.
at least.
Alright, okay. Okay.
And the sword, I think, might be like Antlerbane, but stronger.
It sounds like Antlerbane. And actually, I do have another thought in regards to that. The other book, the Have It Your Way book, it referenced driving a black sword through the, certainly the skull that she's talking about. Her and John did fight something akin to the deer that we dealt with. Only one of them, though, and it certainly didn't have as catastrophic repercussions, but regardless, they did fight such a thing. And, well, that is all of, yeah. And,
so
actually,
she
I just
probably
realized,
had a Antlerbane as well.
likely something approximating. And also, I did just realize that, I didn't read, Angel's one, the Scion that she received, because it actually covers some of the same stuff. Okay, hello, Angel. I know that you don't know me, and that's fine. I don't know myself that much either, not anymore. Too sick or too tired, I guess. Too lost, maybe. But that's not the point. You wouldn't care about me being sick, I don't think. And you shouldn't. This is my problem. I've read your diary. I guess it's the easiest way to say it. I've read your diary, the whole thing, even the parts that you haven't written yet. This place where I am, has copies of every book ever written and every book that will be written. That's how I understand it anyway. Point of the matter is that I've read your diary and I want to help you before things get worse. I can't go into specifics because I know what's listening, but I can say that death is more meaningful to you now. Your life is not the only one on the line, and what life you save may decide all's fate. Also, could you tell Mouse the K says hi? You mention her later in your diary, but I couldn't find her diary here, and I'm worried. Also tell her that as soon as I find the necklace again and am able to open the gate again, I'll be back home safe. I wish that I could say more, write more, but I can hear them again. They're close now, howling, and I've spent too long among the shelves. Back to the lake, back to the lake. Stay safe, Angel. So, I would take it that that's in reference to the same book place.
The howling makes me think of a mimic, and in my book, it references that this partner heard her voice while she was gone. I'm guessing the mimics leaked through the gateway.
That sounds fair, but wait, actually, Willow makes a good point. What necklace? Also tell her that as soon as I find the necklace again, that seems to be in reference. Do you know?
There's more books?
Yeah,
apparently
I had them in a different place in my bag. I thought I thought I died
Yeah.
with them, but apparently not.
That's alright. Okay, there are two more. Do you know which order these are? Wish that I could and no need to worry?
Wish that I could is first.
Okay. Yeah, I'll read these as well. Okay, Wish That I Could begins as follows. Hello again. It feels like it's been forever since you reached out to me, but that's probably something to do with our method of contact rather than any fault on your part. And I'm glad that you enjoyed what I sent to you. I really wasn't sure if any of it would survive the trip. Haha. As for what happened with your stuff, I'd really love to help, but I'm not sure if I can. Things haven't exactly been great on my side since we last spoke. When I opened the gateway to get the backpack through, something came crawling out before I had a chance to close it. Something bad. But it's nothing that you should be worried about, not since I have it contained, but I don't want to put you at risk by sending anything else your way. Since opening the gate, I haven't been feeling myself either. I'm sick, I think. Coughing, mostly, but it has been getting worse lately. There was something I saw through the gateway, too. Some other place. It looked like a library or something like that. Lots of books, more than would be natural. And if that's where the thing came from, then that's where I can find out more about the sickness, too. So my plan is pretty much to see if I can use the creature to get to the place with the books. Hopefully I'll find some answers there. Then, once I'm certain that everything is safe, I'll get to work on strengthening the gateway enough to bring me to you. I know this whole thing is probably disappointing, but I don't want you to be put at any risk by anything that I'm doing. Once it's safe, I can bring you all the Neptunium and blaze materials you could ever need. I'll bring plenty of vacuums for the carbon and sulfur, too. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I'm doing my best to protect myself. I've got a full set of ruby armor, as well as a necklace that links me to the gate. That way, if I get lost while I'm in the book place, it will be able to lead me back to the gate. So pretty safe, I think. Probably. I'll be sending the book back without using the gateway, just in case. I'm still wary of it, and there's a lot of prep that I need to do before I even think about trying to get to the place with the books, but I'll try to update you once I'm through, if the gate is still working right. I'm excited for us to eventually meet. I'll definitely have to explain this all to my partner before that, but it's probably safest to work in secret for the time being. I hope to see you soon. Sending my best, from Kay. And then, on to the other one. Oh, Mouse, I think that I probably found this message rather late, but I'm responding ASAP. I already explained what's happened to me to Angel. I think that she's a friend of yours, but the short version is that I got to the place with the books, and I'm sort of stuck here for now. Fortunately, I have enough supplies to last for a while, and I found a safe place where this realm's denizens can't get to me. It's a lake with a little island in the middle, as strange as that sounds. I've dug myself in here, but it's close enough to shore to hear the howls. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. My brain has been really scrambled since I got here. Too much to think about, to process. I'm glad that you seem to be safe, though. I was so scared that sending that last book would somehow push you in danger. I almost didn't send it. As for what came through the gate, it wasn't the burning deer skeleton. It wasn't the burning deer skeleton. My partner and I fought with that thing before I even made the gate, and its skull was actually the primary power source. No, what came through was smaller, bipedal. Similar, though. Worse, somehow. I'm sorry to hear about your eye and the coughing. I wish that I could do something to help, but I haven't even found a way to help my own condition. Rest would be good, though. Don't overwork yourself, and please, please avoid dying as much as possible. That seems to inflame it. I also don't think that there is anything you can do to help me. I lost the necklace that I mentioned, the one that connects me back to the gateway. At least I'm safe here, more or less. I found a lot of answers, too, but every answer only leads to more questions. I ran into myself here the other day, too, among the shelves. She was just wandering like I was, and she seemed surprised to see me, but only for a moment. Then she embraced me, gave me a lick on the cheek, and told me that I would be all right. She ran off after that. I'd say that from that encounter, I can be certain that time here is strange. I know that was me, not some corrupt replica. She smelled like me, and her voice was my own. I know this has to sound crazy to you, but it's true. I'm here with myself, and I'm afraid of what that might mean. And I should probably end this here. I can hear something outside in the water. Probably just one of the big fish again, but I'll send this book out before I go anyway. I have so much work to do. Stay safe, Mouse. From Kay. And that's that one.
That
So-
answers a lot.
It does. I believe that
Book
that
place?
confirms that what came out of the gateway was, her version of Prince.
Yeah, and it went dormant. That's what it said.
While she was gone here.
We should really order these. Just here, take.
Actually, yeah, if everyone tosses them to me, I can
Yeah.
probably get an approximate order. Because,
And then after this, there's one more thing.
oh,
I'd have to show it.
alright,
Okay.
do you want to show it before I order them, or
Where?
afterward?
It's back at our den.
Okay, then.
Alright, yeah,
After.
after,
I need
yeah.
to know.
Okay, let's,
The big fish.
Okay.
That might be the maelstrom, right? You said it was a water creature.
Yeah.
I wouldn't,
Maelstrom.
I mean, if we're supposed to summon it, it seems strange that it would be simply in that place, though if
Well-
Prince apparently came from that place, then...
That was my idea to put my prince in the book place, but
Well-
I don't know if it's safe anymore. That doesn't
Well,
seem right.
that book place, then it must be somewhere else because we haven't run into any book place, have we?
No, I think that's one
well-
of the gateways, and the other gateway has to be something like the fissure, right? She said the deeper, darker areas.
Well, she referenced a rift, which I can provide a bit more context with that. In the journals that remained with John, she talked about this rift. He never found it, likely because it closed, as she mentioned. But regardless, it basically, what happened with that was that the rift, she went there, she explored and saw much of what we've seen through the fracture of strange creatures, an entire subterranean environment. A fascinating, fascinating place altogether, but unfortunately, terrible things, she said that she got all her materials there, so that leads into the armor that she made being corrupt. She said it sticks to the skin, what she was making, and you said yours was binding, so I would assume that's in reference to much the same.
Yeah, there's a lot of parallels. I don't know if it's the same thing or just.
Well,
I don't know. It
obviously,
seems like just a
Sounds
parallel
like mine are
world.
First. Like all my books are
yours.
first.
Yeah.
The order that I've just put them in, is wait.
There's
it looks
also.
like.
She
I'm
said there's
checking
2
one
of
them.
herself. That could explain why my messages are so muddled. There's one where she's fine, and then another where she's just screaming, "Get out of her!" Like, get out of her head.
Well,
like, that could be 2 of herself, right? There could be more of herself.
Maybe there's a snow mimic too.
That's a potential.
She mentioned time being strange.
Yeah.
It could be the same self at different timelines or something.
It could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
think
don't know
that
how
I've
to
gotten
feel
them
about her trying
approximately.
To get here.
Well, I've gotten them approximately ordered. Of the first one is very clearly I can help, the one that Mouse received. Then From K appears to be next. Then either Journal 17 or Wish That I Could. Both of them refer to when she first receives her prints, so those were likely in very close proximity. The next one appears to be a friendly warning, because that is when from within the book place she writes that. And then No Need to Worry is from when she gets back. Then the journal question mark of the unknown number is clearly sometime after that, if she details what happens after. Actually, is No Need to Worry. No Need to Worry, the one that Mouse received, is also while she is still within.
No Need to Worry was after the one Angel got, because she referenced the one she sent Angel.
Yeah, so it's if it's a friendly warning, then it's No Need to Worry. Both of those are while she was in this book place, and then the journal question mark is when she gets out. It details what's happened while she was away. And then Have It Your Way is clearly after that, of she's threatening, and she references the black sword, and if she's only making it in journal question mark, then it has to be after. And I'm putting Get Out of My Head as the final one, of assuming that her confrontation in Have It Your Way didn't go very well. Get Out of My Head seems a likely follow-up. I can also provide a bit of context in terms of some of the gap. Oh.
How can she...
Yes, Angel?
I thought she was dead. How can she still be communicating?
She was dead, but I have a feeling that time is strange with the Cursed Tomes, just as she mentioned regarding the book place. Likely, my understanding of the Cursed Tomes is that you are sending a note into the, wherever the bringers came from, or some timeless place. Perhaps they even pass through this book place, but regardless, they seem to be coming out to a certain degree on a different time, and that is perhaps the reason why she was able to communicate.
Mouse, it was basically from the future for her, and she is still dead?
That's what it seems to me. I believe that she is still dead because, well, if you pay attention, Mouse's note is what leads to her opening the gateway to send the backpack through, and when she opens it, immediately following is with Journal 17, where something comes out of. Mouse appears to have set in motion her prints and led.
But if she was dead way before we got here, how is that possible?
Well, time is a strange thing when you interact with it.
It could be the same, whatever way that seeing a different version of yourself could be possible.
Once again, if we're sending notes through a timeless space, and there's no reason why it wouldn't be able to pop out in an earlier time.
It seems like she.
But if they were dead, if she was dead before we even got here, it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. The note appears to have gone to a time when she was alive.
Yeah.
I don't believe any of it.
Well, that's honestly fair. I have my
When I
own
talked
personal
to
doubts, but
the Horned King for the first time, he explained that she chose her fate. I think he did kill her. I think she is dead.
well, certainly, my understanding was, well, from John's perspective, he simply saw her continue to get more sick, especially after she returned from. He didn't know where she'd been, but when she returned with backpacks and backpacks full of books,
I need to get my water canteen.
there's water here.
I don't like that water.
Ah, alright. Well, point of the matter is that this does appear to line up approximately as much as I am, well, not particularly willing to quickly believe any of it. It does line up with what memories remain of his experience of her continuously getting sicker, working in secret on things that he knew nothing about, and ultimately, well, fading away, being taken by the corruption. So, I think that
Was it she
get out of
fade
my
or was
head
she
very.
killed? I just feel like everyone
She-
has completely different.
Well, that's.
I think Horned King triggered her death, maybe got her more and more sick until
Yeah.
she just went
I-
insane and died.
I recall. Well, obviously the memories are so very terribly tainted by the emotions that he felt at the time. But he just. She got sicker and sicker until she withered there before him and fell dead, and that
And then
was.
John died of
well,
old
that's-
age.
Honestly, to be entirely honest, he pierced himself on his own sword outside their castle, where they had established themselves. He
You told me he
thought it was
wandered
the
for
only
a
way
long
out.
time.
He did wander, but when he finally decided that he had enough, when he finally stood before those gates again and saw all that he had built with her, he took it upon himself to find a way out. And I guess that when I first woke up in the bedrock room and I did have his memories for a period there, I thought that perhaps, well, that was the next step of getting out. I thought that genuinely for a period that I was truly him, of course, until I realized the truth of my own nature. But point of the matter is that he did wander for forever. He lost a lot, and and ultimately, I do believe that he took it upon himself to.
Mouse?
Mouse?
Mouse, where'd you go?
Downstairs.
You okay?
You alright?
Not really.
I'm going home.
This is my fault.
No, it's not your fault. You didn't know. None of us knew that any of this was possible.
Yeah, we didn't know. This is something that we could have never figured out unless we worked together.
Indeed, and well, as concerning as the revelations among these books are, I believe that we do all have a bit of a look at the bigger picture now.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the den. If you want to follow, you can follow.
All right.
We can
Okay.
talk on the way. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
I need to grab my
let's,
things.
Yeah.
Can
of
you
course,
wait,
of
please,
course.
Mouse? Oh dear, these doors are dreadful.
And you said you wanted to see the place that I built as well, John, right?
Yes, that too. Angel, are you
Maybe we should all-
following?
Okay,
Angel?
with these drums or whatever's happening. And it's I'm just done messing with it if everyone else wants to, but I'm tired and I just don't care about anyone but me and my pups right now. And I'll do anything it takes to keep them safe. John can go off and figure out whatever he has to do, but I'm staying here with them. I just feel guilty. This world's only gonna get worse. Don't know what kind of life this is about. Maybe I should have put this down.
Speaker block, good morning and good luck. Speaker block, good morning and good luck.
Oh. Over there. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do right now. There. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my tiredness is so... Okay, I'll rest for a minute.